So by the end of 2024, Dawn and I will have taken part in nearly 50 parkruns across England and Wales. Sometimes we'll choose a particular parkrun course because it is in a stunningly beautiful or historic location. Sometimes it's to be around friends and members of the running community. But on several occasions it's to see how fast we can run over the 5k distance as a time trial. So in this video we're going to take you through 12 fast parkrun courses we've done over the course of 2024. There may be ones you've done and you might agree with us that they are particularly quick. There may be ones that you haven't done yet that you might want to visit because you are chasing a faster parkrun time. So we hope you enjoy our roundup of our fastest parkrun courses of 2024.
So we kick off our fastest parkrun review of 2024 with Wayth Parkrun. So we've done Wayth Parkrun twice this year, once in August and once in November. In August, John ran a very fast time of 20:28, and in November I ran 21:45. So this is my third time of running 21:45 this year, so Wayth really is quite a fast course. You wouldn't really think it would be fast because it actually is run on a multi-terrain surface. This is the course that runs most of the year. There is another B course that runs which is in the winter time, but we're talking about the summer course. This starts with one short loop, then you go on an out and back part of the course, and then you come back and you do the short loop again to finish. So although it's a multi-terrain, there's very little elevation, and if it's on a really dry day, you really can get quite a good time, as we both did this year.
So the next on our list of fast parkruns of 2024 is Walel Arboretum in Staffordshire. We went here in early May. Dawn sat this one out as she had an England Masters race the following day, but I gave it the full send, as they say, running 19 minutes and 56 seconds. It's a 3-lap course, all on firm paths in a lovely park, in fact, in an arboretum, as the name suggests. And despite it being a 3-lap course and quite a lot of overtaking, there is very little congestion. You get a nice free run. The course also flows nicely. There is a little turnaround that you do 3 times, but once you've done that on the final lap, there is a wonderful flowing 200 metres downhill into that finish line as you gasp and grasp for every last second. So if you fancy a lovely day out in a beautiful park, I would highly recommend Walel Arboretum, and for me it's the fastest parkrun in the West Midlands.
So next up on the fastest parkruns is Poole in Dorset. Now anybody who visits Dorset on holiday that we know who do parkruns always want to do Poole, and the reason is that it is a very fast course. So we've been again twice this year, once in April and once in August. So John ran 20:05 in April and I ran 21:45 in August. So Poole is a very flat course, as you would imagine. You do 1 lap of a cricket pitch, then you go around a big lake, then you go around the cricket pitch again before heading up along straight to the finish area. So it's a wide course in many areas. It's also a very busy course, but you always seem to find enough space to get your own running sort of area. So yeah, Poole is a very good course if you want to head for a PB. Poole Park is also a very attractive park with plenty to do if you're going to take your family along. It also has a really good cafe, which we visited after doing the run.
So what are the fastest parkrun courses you may have done in 2024? Let us know in the comments below. Perhaps it's one we've done, perhaps it's one we could include on our agenda for 2025. So there was a period back in the early part of the year where I was chasing a sub-20 parkrun for the first time in several years. And one of the places we went to in February was 5 Arches down in Somerset in the town of Radstock. Now 5 Arches is run on an old railway line. You go out, then back, then out a bit further and then back. So there is a little bit of 180-degree turns, but in general it's a very fast course, all on tarmac, as I say, on this old railway line. I think I ran about 20:10 on the day, and the town of Radstock's really nice to visit afterwards. We went into the pub where the parkrun volunteers meet and had a lovely breakfast there. You can actually pick your own breakfast and make any element you want to have in your breakfast. So if you are looking for a fast course, I think it's the fastest one we've done in Somerset, and we've done practically all the Somerset parkruns, then a visit to 5 Arches Parkrun is highly recommended.
So Yarrow Leisure Centre. So we went there so I could try to run a female 60 record. I fell just outside that with 21:28. The course is 3 laps, all tarmac and wide paths. There's no congestion here, even though you think you would be being 3 laps. It's based around near a leisure centre and near the athletics track. I would say it's not the most attractive of parks because it's there for a purpose. But if you want a fast time, then Yarrow definitely is one to go to. The course is also used by Lincoln Wellington Athletics Club for a summer 5k, which both John and I have done in the past. So if you want an official 5k time, then you could go to Yarrow Leisure Centre and do the 5k run by Lincoln Wellington, which is in Lincoln.
And the one visit we have made to Poole Parkrun this year was back in February, but it is one of our favourites. I think we've been there on 29 separate occasions. It is a really fast course. It's 2 loops around the park, as you can see, very wide paths. So when you do perhaps come to lap people, it is easy to get through and have an unimpeded run. Historically, it's the 3rd fastest of all the parkruns I've done. I actually ran 16:46 there on 3 consecutive years. I didn't quite break 20 minutes this year, running a 20:10 in my quest to break 20 minutes, but I shall certainly be back either late in 2024 or early in 2025 for another crack. It's also a really scenic park, as you can see, running around this beautiful lake, and East Park itself has a wonderful cafe and lots to see and do in the park. It is officially ranked on the latest rankings as the 4th fastest parkrun in the UK, and it certainly ticks all my boxes as far as parkrun goes. So another fast parkrun we have done in 2024 that you should put on your bucket list if you're looking to run a fast time is Poole Parkrun in East Yorkshire.
So I have to say that one of the big red letter days of Parkrun 2024 came at Alexandra Park in Manchester.
Yes, we've been recommended this one by a few friends. It was our first visit here, and boy, were we impressed with what we saw. Fantastic Victorian Park, a flat 2 and a bit lap course, and there is this one little switch around which you do twice, which might slow you down slightly. But I think we both benefited coming off a block of marathon training. Having tried for so hard for so long to break 20 minutes for parkrun, I was amazed and delighted to go 19:45. And as far as Dawn goes, having chased 90% age grading at Parkrun for a year or more, she finally broke that mark too. So it was a fantastic day at Alexandra Park, really great course, nice cafe afterwards, and really fantastic morning out, and possibly the fastest one in Manchester. Bit of a debate there. Everybody says Stretford is, the stats say Stretford is quicker than Alexandra Park, but we think you'd have to go a long way to get a faster parkrun than Alexandra Park in Manchester.
So the next one is Albert Park in Middlesbrough. Now this was my most painful park run in a long time, because once again I was chasing a female course record, a female 60 course record. I got 21:54, which equalled the female 60 course record, and anybody who hasn't seen that video, go and look it. I was in considerable discomfort. Anyhow, the course itself is 2 and a bit laps, and it's on an undulating tarmac path. It's up one side of the park, down the other side of the park, do that twice. You go around by a pretty lake, and yes, it's just, as we say, in a pretty park, and it's no congestion and plenty of space to be able to push that pace. Albert is also one of the old officially measured courses that was used for time trials. I believe that Albert was the 3rd park run we did. That's not bad when you think it's been going a while. I've done 552 park runs and John over 600. So yes, it's been going for quite some time.
So another near miss in the quest to go sub 20 for parkrun last year came at Long Eaton in Derbyshire, which we visited in late March. Now this course is a 2-lapper, pretty flat. There's 1 or 2 little turns. One of the main issues you might find at Long Eaton is the start is quite narrow and can get congested if you're trying to run a fast time that isn't out with the front runners. But after a potentially congested first half mile, you can then get into your flow, and because it's a 2-lapper, there isn't that much overtaking people at the back, and you get a good clear run. It is quite exposed and open, but on a decent day like when we went, you've got the potential for fast time. In fact, I think Samantha Harrison at one point had the female world record for parkrun at this course. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, Long Eaton Parkrun, ample parking, toilets in the leisure centre you can see behind me there, and I ran my fastest parkrun there for a long time. It was the fastest one I did until I eventually broke that 20-minute barrier. So potential for a very fast time at Long Eaton Parkrun in Derbyshire. Now, the fastest parkrun I ran this year, and I have to go all the way back to 2017 to see when I ran one quicker, was at Selby in Yorkshire. Now, Selby is possibly the simplest course you can get. It is straight out, around the cone and straight back. It's all on tarmac or a slightly off-road path, which is still very fast. It takes place at the site of an old RAF airbase from the last war, so there's a little bit of heritage there too. Actually, there's not a lot I can say about this course apart from you run out very fast, you turn around and you come back very fast, and you see everybody else in the run just about, apart from a little bit where the course splits. The last kilometre is all the way down on a lovely smooth piece of tarmac. I think it's the fastest parkrun kilometre I've run all year. So Selby Parkrun around 1943, 2 seconds quicker than Alexandra Park, and I think there's common consensus around here that if you're looking to run a fast time, it's just about the fastest in Yorkshire. Little debate between this and Hull and York and Heslington, but many people around here would have this down as the fastest parkrun in the biggest county in England. So another parkrun I went to early in the year in the quest for my sub-20 was Market Rasen Racecourse in Lincolnshire. You'll obviously realise this is footage from the previous summer because it does not look like February in the UK. So this is a 2 and a bit lap course, and in recent years the authorities at Market Rasen Racecourse have put down a tarmac path all the way around. It is a course that I think has the least congestion of any I know of a fast parkrun. The downside of that is you can find yourself running solo and you don't get into a pack and find people to work with quite often. But it's a really scenic course. It's a lovely area, lovely part of the country. We really enjoy our visits out to Lincolnshire. So I ran 20:07 on the particular day we went in February. Dawn's also run super quick times there, and I can't recommend it highly enough. There's ample parking right by the racecourse, so you get to use the racecourse facilities, if you know what I mean, before the run. And yeah, actually, again, some people locally reckon to be this perhaps slightly faster than Hull Parkrun. If you've done both, let us know what you think. Market Rasen or Hull, if you're going for a flat out time, season's best, or even PB. So the final parkrun in the fast dozen we're going to bring to you from 2024 is Widnes in Cheshire. Now, because Dawn had raced the Mid Cheshire 5k the evening before, and because we're both down to do the tough South Cheshire 20 the day after, we took it easy around here, but it is ranked officially as a 9th fastest UK parkrun course, so we would like to go back sometime and give it a go. The park is absolutely packed with fascinating historic features. Now, this is a 3-lapper, but despite that, the congestion wouldn't be too bad, I don't think, if you are lapping people on your 2nd or 3rd laps. Lovely cafe at the beginning and end point of the parkrun. There's lots of parking all the way around the edge of the park, and yeah, it's one we thought, well, we wish we weren't having to take it easy because of races either side of it, because we reckon at Widnes Parkrun you could really get a fast time. So the 12th and final parkrun of our 2024 travels that we think is particularly very fast is Widnes in Cheshire. So we hope you've enjoyed our tour around the fastest parkrun courses we've been to in 2024. Have you been to any that are as fast or even faster than some of the ones we've mentioned? If you have, let us know in the comments below. If you have liked this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see what parkruns we end up in for 2025, be they for fast times or scenery, then please consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free, and we put up a parkrun video most weeks. So until next time, keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.